obviously a predicament. And I was hoping that we could come to an agreement to where it was like just a little bit less, like where me and the mother could agree like 900 or 1,000.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
It's not part of this case. I will get some testimony to see whether or not some monies were paid through the because this is all more recent, but back in the good old days, both the county clerk and the district clerk in Corio County used to take payments for child support. I'm assuming that was not the case in this matter, but I want to confirm that before we go any further, Ms. Bexler, and get that taken care of and confirm that this is actually the amount that what is owed and that it was all due through the state disbursement unit. So at this time, I'm going to let you call the individual witnesses and let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and mark this as stage one. And once you call the witnesses and you start making reference to it, I will get this in as evidence going forward. Thank you.
Your Honor, the child support review order does not request the confirmation of arrears, Your Honor. Is that it does not. It does not.
Wow, that's not the usual here. Okay, but all right, so y'all did not request that on the child support review order. I still want to get this in evidence because again, if he's going to have to, because obviously y'all getting ready to have to fix this too, and start getting a repayment on this amount. And again, that may have some bearing on what I do as far as the child support is concerned. But let me get some testimony and find out whether or not this is up to date or whether or not this is the true amount. Okay, so we won't be reducing the judgment in order repayment in this case. But it will obviously be coming up very, very soon because otherwise this thing is just going to keep going up at 6% a month. And it's already, like I said, what I've got here shows 25,000 and at 6% a month. That's a $240 a month interest. So anyway, let me get that part confirmed and we'll take it from there, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, I'll call Mr. Oscar Pintado Roman.
All right,
Sir.
Everyone, I marked this as stage one. This shows what monies have been paid for child support in your case. Is there any legal reason the court should not be able to take judicial notice of this information, Mr. Rosario?
No.
Okay, sir, any objection? Any reason I should not be able to take this information into consideration?
For that, we had done everything through a military allotment on my pay. So I have paid everything up until this point.
Okay, that's what I wanted to find out. Yeah. All right, that takes care of that information. But first off, sir, is there any reason that this should not come into evidence as being what you were supposed to pay, sir?
Not that I know of, other than I paid it.
All right. Okay. Well, it's admitted, and I'll get the mom confirmed that because we used to do everything back by a military allotment back in the 80s and 90s, but that kind of went by the wayside. Anyway, I'll go ahead and let that be confirmed, and then I'll go ahead and make the ruling. So. In fact, I'll tell you what, Miss, but so I'll go ahead and ask this. Ms. Rosario, the father is telling the court that this child support has been paid. It's been paid through through allotment. Is that true and correct, ma'am?
That is correct.
All right, then. So okay. So that's I don't have to factor that in and making my decision going forward. All right. So at this time, since that's not going to be a factor, and there's not $25,000 that's owed and $240 a month interest owed on that each month. Then the court this time will take note of this, and I will go ahead and make my ruling on the current child support. The current child support is being requested set at $1,325 a month. The only other information I want to note that these two children they're still kids, and this child support is going to be around for a while longer on this one. And the father was gave the court information of certain hardships he may face financially. And normally, folks, I'll look at 10% as a deviation, but to get above 10%, I'm gonna have to hear something that was really, really out of the ordinary. And sir, the items you had pretty much what normal people have: mortgages, other bills that have to be paid. And the fact that I know a large percentage of your funds going out are for your mortgage, that is an asset. That's not a liability. So again, if I was going to look at doing anything above and beyond 10% on this one, which would take the child support down to, I had that written down, but not on the docket sheet. So on the top of my head, it takes it down now $132. So that would take it down to right around the $1,200 mark, just above the $1,200 mark child support going forward. So is there any anything else you would like to tell the court why the court should go down below the 12 if I deviate, take it down below $1,200 a month based on the norm 10%?
No, sir. I was just looking for the opportunity to move up into that and to be able to allocate that like financially into my life. Like going from 500 to 1325 after a set amount of years is obviously a predicament. And I was hoping that we could come to an agreement to where it was like just a little bit less, like where me and the mother could like agree like 900 or 1,000, because even then that's substantially more than she receives now, and it gives me a chance to like work that into my life a lot better than 1325.
Yes, sir. Based on the testimony, and again, I've had about 200 hearings since this last one. I don't recall, I didn't write down that there was any type of agreement. And again, ma'am, like I said, the norm I will look at as far as just for general hardship is maybe a 10% down, and that would only take it down to 1,200. Yeah, so is there anything, ma'am, that you would be in agreement with, or would you, and again, I still have to approve that agreement because I'm not crazy about going down. But this is the kids in this matter are going to be receiving child support. And there's probably at least one more child support modification based on the age of these children after I retire. So is there anything else you want to add at this point, ma'am?
Other than the fact that this money is for the kids, it's not for me, and they're getting into programs and it gets expensive along with food and everything else. Like I said, I'm not looking for this as money for me. This is for my kids, and I feel like that's what they deserve.
All right, then, ma'am. Well, again, based on the fact that jumping $800 a month is would be to most folks, including myself, a financial burden. I will go ahead and I will deviate down to the 1,200. But sir, that's the best. That's the best I do. Based on these circumstances. And mom is right. The older they get, the more expensive they are. And believe me, Michael Jordan Jumpman Nike apparel is not cheap. So yeah, that's the way it is. So again, folks, I'll do the exact math on the 10% deviation. I'll just round it down, like I said, to $1,210 a month, and I'm going to go ahead and start that the first day of well, this was supposed to start on this order. I'm thinking the first day of April. So unfortunately, that's what I got to go back to if that's the non-agreed to order. What's the start date on the CSRO?
May 1st, 2026, Your Honor.
All right, then I'll do the 1,210 start the first day of May 2026 going forward on the child support, and the court does grant the 10% deviation based on the amount that this child support is going up going forward. Is there anything else as far as a ruling you need on this one, Ms. Bexler?
I don't think so, Your Honor. So just to confirm, you're approving the child support review order, except for the one change to $1,210 starting May the 1st, 2026.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
Oh, the addresses were ordered, not disclosed in this order, Your Honor. Is that the same too?
Is that based on the original order? Did the original order do that?
No, it added it on, Your Honor.
Okay, then I don't recall. I don't know how many. I don't see anything on my notes as far as testimony why that was necessary. Did y'all testify to that? I'm sorry. Did you get testimony on that, ma'am? Again, this is a modification. I would need testimony on why something that's not in the old order is now going to be included.
Well, I think I suppose the parties could speak to that, but I don't recall. I do remember, I believe that they were okay with it as it was, and that their issue was the child support being what it was, Your Honor.
All right, folks, this new order, the state has put in there what's called a non-disclosure. You got to keep each other informed of phone numbers and addresses and things like that, but not to the great extent that that's the norm. And again, since there was already an older order in this matter that did not have that, I normally wouldn't have this in a new order. Anything in this new order would have to technically happen since 2022 that warrants me doing that. Is there any reason why there's non-disclosures as requested that should be granted on this one, Ms. Rosario?
No, I'm fine with my address being disclosed.
All right, how about you, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm fine. We have a relationship where we can speak to each other and be cordial.
All right, let's keep that out then. This way, I'll find that there hasn't been a change of circumstance from the prior order that would warrant that. And at this time, I'll go ahead and grant this. Obviously, I'll waive court costs due to military service and the fact he's paid up, and the fact that he's paid up in his child support. I'll always waive court costs for that also, so that's not a problem. Is there anything else other than that I need to rule on, Ms. Bexler, for you to prepare the order?
Nope, Your Honor, I will fix it.
All right, folks, good luck to both of you. And again, I'll go ahead and let the state prepare that order. And ma'am, the new child support starts the first day of May in this matter. And good luck to you and the kids. And yeah, you're in the teenage years now, right?
I'm just about to be.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that, ma'am.
Thanks,
These are fun. They're already faster than you are, and they're getting ready to be smarter. So be real careful, okay?
Yeah, we'll be careful.
All right, thank you, ma'am. We're off the record.
Will y'all go back to your breakout room so that I can draft the order and submit it to y'all for signature?
So,
Mr. Lewis, I'm going to move you to a breakout room. Let's see. You were already in 20 before, so we'll move you to 20 again.